Greetings, peace and blessings to you. My name is Cassendre Xavier. I also work under the names Amethyst Raw and Amrita Waterfalls. Today's July 28th, 2010. I'm coming to you from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA, and I'm going to be sharing with you one of the articles that I wrote and was published. It's called How to Help the Gulf of Mexico, and it came about when I was answering the question of one of my Facebook friends who had responded to one of my inspirational quotes that I'd posted, and her great concern was one of a lot of emotion. She was very upset about what's going on with the oil spill, or what was going on at the time. And so my answer became quite lengthy, and it became this article. Millions of people all over the world are working on the tragic Gulf of Mexico oil spill. Since our strongest power comes from joining our heart-centered intentions with two or more people, let those of us who wish to act to solve this problem find others of a like mind. Not everyone is working in the same way to resolve this problem, and not everything about this problem is bad. There are blessings in every situation, and we have a choice to seek and maximize the blessings. In this case, an awareness of many issues has been raised among a formerly sleeping public. Also, many are finally being held accountable for their actions, and we all have this opportunity to significantly affect and or transform the way business is done. Let us all stop judging. While it is reasonable to want and expect justice, and an evening of the proverbial scales, our efforts are much better used at continued non-stop focus on finding a way to stop the spill. We are all geniuses, and when we combine our efforts for good and only coming from a place of love, we can create miracles. If you ever feel anger or hatred toward those who created the situation, replace those feelings and thoughts with love for them and for our planet. It's not that they won't be held accountable, they will, but it's our love that will heal the planet, and from there we can create a system of, or impart justice from, a wiser place. None of us has to have the answers, but we would be much wiser to clear our hearts and minds of any thoughts that are not loving. I'm feeling that it would be very helpful for us all to do a lot of forgiveness work. Many of us are very frustrated and afraid. Fear is not love, and fear grows exponentially. Let's do a lot of forgiveness. Think about the, quote, jerks who made this mess, unquote, and see them as children who made a mistake. I'm not saying corporate heads need to be coddled, but we won't be the clear channels of transformational miracles if we're busy running around trying to, quote, spank, unquote, the bad guys. Bad guys is in quotes as well. Let's put our energies on healing Mother Earth. Ask her what she needs from us. Do you remember the bees thing from years ago, when they started disappearing? When light workers asked the bees why, they were told that the bees had been overused for too long. I'm sure we don't have to go too far deep into meditation to find out what Mother Nature is trying to tell us. We as a whole have been abusing her body for far too long. We plunder without thinking. We are full of greed. We don't think of what might happen if we make a mistake. We are all one. Those, quote, guys, unquote, who, quote, created this mess, unquote, are extensions of and connected to us. And that's another reason not to hate or want to hurt them. How do you want to be treated when you've made a mistake, or are misguided, or didn't know better? At any given time, we are all doing the best we can. And when we are making mistakes or doing things that are hurting others, we can be shown a better way and forgiven our errors. That's the kind of parent, friend, or lover I'd think I'd want. That's the kind of person I'm trying to become, and that's the way we will heal our planet, not only of the spill, but of the hatred and intolerance and fear that we've allowed to dominate our hearts and minds for far too long. Lastly, scientists are beginning to have tools to gauge things that light workers have always known. One of those things is that our hearts and feelings significantly affect the earth. New York Times best-selling author and scientist Greg Braden explains this in a video with a link that I will include here. I also recommend part 1 of the interview. When we have thoughts or feelings of fear, chaos, anger, rage, guilt, shame, etc., we actually contribute to the creation of hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, and more. When we use and strengthen our hearts in love, we also bring peace and love to our physical environment. The most powerful thing we can all do to help solve the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico is to focus on love at all times and recognize that fear is an absence of love. Forgiveness is love. Patience is love. Generosity is love. Hope and faith are love. Anger is a lack of love. Fear is a lack of love. Despair and hopelessness are an absence of love. When we focus on love and forgiveness, we will be guided to the next steps we can take. We may be led to contact an individual, organization, or action that will help this issue, or we may simply be instructed to meditate more. Not everyone is designed to be on the front lines. Thank you for your consciousness, love, generosity, and focus on healing our planet. We are all one. Thank you so much for listening. And I also want to say that anger is very valid. Anger is a righteous emotion, and if one of the ways you're processing that, anger can be love too, you know, and you can channel it and use it. It has a lot of energy. So, but blaming and judgment is what I was saying is not very effective. So if you can channel anger into, I'm so pissed off about this, I'm going to organize a group of people and go to City Hall or the White House or something. That's righteous anger. That's action, and it's great. So I wasn't saying, don't be angry, stifle. I wasn't saying that at all. So I'm honored that you have spent this time with me. I thank you for your time. I send you love, light, and blessings, and peace, serenity, and I hope to see you again here soon. Bye.